Okay. Hey everybody. So, everybody just call me C, but I'm here to really pretty much to document the phases that I've been in, and I recently just experienced my brother passing, John, September 28th, which is like been a really big pill to swallow, and it's also true because before that, July 30th, July 3rd, my father passed away. Now, um, I'm here on the West Coast, and my entire family is on the East Coast. And in the beginning, it's been a 5-year journey of just like breaking, not well, I won't say break, but overcoming generational curses, trauma that I experienced. Now, to rewind everything, when I was like maybe 16, 17, I had an vision, and it was like the illustration was a big crock pot in the middle of the street, and people was pouring out the homes in the neighborhood, and everyone had one ingredient. And there was people already like crowded the ladder to get into this crock pot, and they were throwing in that one ingredient. I'm like, yo, if everyone just put together their gift or that talent or that skill into one place, like it's enough to go around. I always felt that it was always enough resources to go around to the entire world. And I shared that vision with my brother at that time. And I'm just like, yo, I don't believe in this idea that you have to work, and pretty much till you did, and you still don't have anything. Like, or the idea that you can put into someone else's dream and then they can just fire you. You get 40 years, 50 years, and they can just replace you like nothing. Or you put all that work in here and you don't even get your retirement fund, or your retirement fund is maybe some thousand, even $100,000. It still doesn't equate into you giving your life to that company. Like, the number was always super low to me, and it was just so disturbing, like how this was like normalized. So I'm just like, yo, bro, like, I don't want this for my life. I don't want this for my family life. But I didn't have any answers. I didn't have any answers. I grew up in the hood. We didn't talk about emotional intelligence in my family. We kept a lot of things to ourselves. We was extremely prideful. I love my family to death because they're rich people in heart. But these were the things that we just did not have. It didn't come natural. We didn't talk about finance, so naturally we was in poverty. Like, I grew up poor. It was a struggle, and I didn't understand because my mother was super gifted. My father worked hard. Like, I would see him get up 6 a.m., come back home nighttime, and he was into cement finishing, and he was the best. But we always struggled. And my mother, she didn't work. She was stay at home mom. And it was 6 of us. So my parents, they did the best they could, and my mom was always going through her trauma. My father was going through his trauma, because again, it was things that kind of leaked into them from their mother, fathers, past the generations. So it was just like, okay, like, yo, what do I have to do for me to skip that? Like, I see where that led, and I don't want that. And I would have these conversations with my brother. Like, I always believed in people and connection, and I showed that through my work ethics, and that was from just seeing my dad and seeing my mom like put the time into things, and also just getting advice from John. My brother Thomas as well. All of us really was just hard workers. Like, my entire family, like on my mom and my dad's side, like they was really strong, really big on work ethics. And that was since I was 13. No, technically when I was like, my grandma put me to work the church selling everything, chocolates. We would sell dinners. So I would say I've been working since I was like 6. So the jewels that my brother John was dropping was like, yo, you got that skill. Like, cool, you know how to work. Like, you have no problem working. What about the creativity part? What about manifesting, where the funds or the money doesn't have to come through you because that's limiting? So this is start to bring like, okay, like some thoughts. And then I didn't understand it. Like, I was just like that shit would just go right over my head. Like, I was just super dense. Like, nah, bro, like, I'm gonna get this money, I'm gonna work. Like, wasn't taking heed whatsoever. So maybe about I could say probably like 4 years later, we decided to go on this journey. And I had a meltdown. I think that's what initiated. I had